Side effects, guys, as Rick said, there's not much to talk to. Maybe the DHT side effects, maybe a little joint dryness. You can run into joint RX, solve that. Might get a little head hair loss. You run into shampoo, solves that. It's not that much for a DHT derivative. It's for some reason, just because it's so mild, it really doesn't attack those issues like some of the other DHT derivatives like Winstrol would. But if you're stacking it with stuff, if you start stacking it, the more and more stuff you stack it with, then those are when the side effects really start to become noticeable. So it kind of piggybacks off those other steroids. So, you know, at the end of the day, guys, Masteron, stack it. It's got to be using a stack. Using it by itself is not going to do anything because you're just going to get a little hard, get some hardening. And when you stop taking it, the hardening is just going to go away. So I really don't see the point of using Masteron by itself in 99.99% of situations. So definitely use it in a stack, guys. It stacks well with pretty much everything. One of my favorite stacks with Masteron is with Tren. And, you know, that kind of goes, it's like peanut butter and jelly together. They complement each other really, really well. And Masteron won't really increase those side effects that happen on Tren. And it'll kind of harden you up. It's really, really good if you want to, if you're low body fat, like 8-9% body fat, if you run Tren with Masteron, you're gonna look amazing on that stack. I mean, that is the monster stack for being ripped, you know, if you want to get ripped in the gym. So that would be my recommendation in that situation. If you're a competitor, you want to definitely talk to your coach. And if he suggests running Masteron, you're probably going to end up running quite a bit, 400, 500, 600 milligrams ahead of your show. But you want to start using it ahead of your show. You don't want to start using it just like a week or two before, because it will, you know, you want to give it time to kind of peak in your system. So Rick, you want to close up, talk about female use, and talk about, is Masteron an expensive steroid compared to the other ones?
I was just about to say, main side effect you're going to get from Masteron is your wallet's going to be pretty empty, and you're not going to gain much pounds from it. You're going to look great while you're on it, but once you come off of it long enough, you'll go back to looking like you look not on Masteron. It is a great steroid for competition. It gets the water out of the right places. It kind of gets in there and gets those little bit of fats in between the muscle fibers. I mean, it makes you look ripped and hard while you're on it. Once you come off of it, you're not going to keep any of that progress. The way you might hold on to some pounds, say after a cycle of, you know, testosterone and DECA or whatever, you might hold on to some pounds afterwards. Masteron, you're not really building Masteron pounds when you're on it, and the effects are really just aesthetics, how you look, which go away after you come off. So that's about it. As far as how it treats your body, it's pretty decent on your body. It's not bad at all. When it comes to female use, Masteron clinically, you know, medically, was prescribed to females that had basically inoperable breast cancer. So the drug was prescribed to women. Of course, other drugs like tamoxifen, Femara, they have they work better for that. They work better for that use and don't have the side effects that Masteron has. But even then, compared to other steroids, compared to, say, shooting primobolan or even doing Winstrol, high amounts of Winstrol, Masteron is pretty mild for women. Ladies, if you're going to try messing with Masteron, if you can get the propionate ester, I advise that, because if it starts to do something you don't like it to do, you can stop shooting it and it's out of your system pretty quickly. If you get the enanthate ester and starts doing something you don't like it to do, you're in for a ride for a couple of weeks on it from the time you finish your last shot. So propionate ester, and just really low. You got to gauge your tolerance to it. Maybe a little bit of voice thickening and a little bit of hair loss, maybe what women might experience on Masteron. I haven't heard much about it making it grow hair on women, but the voice thickening, yes, and the hair issue once you go above a certain dose, which tends to vary from girl to girl how much you can actually tolerate. But again, I think all women need is Anavar, maybe a little bit of Winstrol. I'll keep saying that over and over again. Masteron could be okay, but if you're, I don't know. I just like Anavar better for the girls than Winstrol. And look, it is an oral Anavar, and after about 4 to 6 weeks, you'd ideally want to come off of it. If you're using the really low female doses, you could definitely stay on it a lot longer than the men that are using 50, 60 mgs of Anavar. But I like it still better than Masteron for women. But I mean, yeah, it'll work for females. It definitely is effective.
All right, guys. So look, I think we covered everything in this show, guys. It's a great show. Masteron, guys, give it a shot. If you got low body fat, see what it does for you. You might love it. I can say my massage therapist, when I was on it, she said she had never massaged someone with harder muscles before. So that is one of the things it does, gives you hard muscles. All right, guys, appreciate you listening. Steve Smee here and Rick, evolution.org. Hit me up on the forum, Steve SMI. Have a good one, guys. Have a good one, Rick.
Hey, have a good one, Steve. Have a good one, guys.